So it was me and few Coco, Fue Coco, few Coco,
Way, way.
Fue, no Fue. And we were, road tripping across Paldea yet again. This time we had just driven through Team Star's fighting crew along that like cliffside base, just hauling ass on our motorcycle dragon and just having a grand old time when I couldn't help but see. I found out where all those little sparkly items that you find in the ground come from. There was just a man, and he was just carelessly, like, just tossing his item to the ground. And so, do you know what I did, Cody?
Did you pick it up?
Well, yeah, I did pick up. It was a bag of Stardust. And then I did not return it. And then Few Coco
No, you want to
used,
sell that.
yeah, Few Coco used flamethrower on him, and we chastised him brutally for littering. Who the fuck is littering all over Paldea? That guy.
Are you telling me that if I go around Paldean now, you've taken away all my items?
Well, I mean, only if you let me sneak into the back door of your game, because that's what I like to do. I like to sneak into the back doors. Hey, folks, welcome to Pokemon After DARKRAI. This is the backdoor Pokemon podcast. We get it, we wriggle our way in there, deep inside your hearts and
I
minds.
politely knock on the front door. I don't wriggle into the back door. It's a little weird.
Welcome to the show. And my name's Brett. Of course, and that one's Cody. Cody, say hi.
Hello.
Some may know you from your time as an astronaut. Others may know you from that time that you retired from being an astronaut and just became like a miner. And then the government came to you and was like, "Hey, Cody, you're the best damn miner. We need you to reclaim your astronaut throne and help us blow up this
I am
asteroid."
not sacrificing myself
Well, of course
for
not. You
Earth.
came back, and some others may recognize you as the person who drilled to the center of the Earth to set off a bomb to also keep the Earth from exploding somehow, because that was also a thing. They all might also remember you from solving climate change from the day after the tomorrow, the day after that, the day after the day after the tomorrow. They might remember
So
that.
I'm simultaneously Bruce Willis and, gosh, what is his name? Oh, this is gonna bother me. I'm Googling it.
Okay. While you Google it, some others may also recognize you as the person who invented Google, and also as the person who spent a night in room 1408 and survived to tell the tale. Cody, welcome to the
Some
show. It's great to have you back. Did I say the correct movie title? Is it room 1408?
well, the movie's just 1408.
Correct, but the room is room
Just
number
why
1408.
am I
Okay.
all male all the
Because
time?
you're, well, I was just gonna say, well, gender
Dennis
didn't matter
Quaid.
to it. I was gonna say you're just my hero. Okay, is that so
Dennis
wrong?
Quaid.
In every movie, I put your face on the protagonist's body, and then I just imagine that it's you doing all the saving.
That explains your nightmares.
I know in that I saw you that one time you went into the moon and it was hollow, and there was like it was some ancient aliens bullshit about humanity's like spacefaring like millions years ago, built a hollow moon around a dwarf sun to harvest power from it, but the AI went crazy and wants to destroy the Earth and wants to crash the moon into the Earth. But then you saved us, Cody. Thank you so much.
I don't know that one.
It's actually really, really good. Um, this is volume 3, the Paldean road trip mixtape. Welcome back, folks. If you're listening to this on Patreon, thank you so much for being a patron. We love you, Cisco M, Steve S, Ken P, and Mom Mine. If you're not one of those people, or if you're one of those people, but in the future, at a time that occurred after I recorded this, I apologize. Does that make sense at all?
So if you're one of those people, yay. If you're not one of those people, but
Well,
you are
but
a
you're
Patreon
listening.
subscriber, but you subscribed after this is recorded, and that therefore your name is not announced.
Correct.
Insert name here. Thank you.
Yeah, you're the best. And
Thank
if you're just listening to
you.
this because you like us, thank you too. That means a lot as well.
But also
Um,
give us your money.
but also give us your money. But it's not, I just want to reiterate, it's not necessary. Give Cody
No.
your money. Um,
No.
So yeah, this is our first Patreon only episode. When we speak, we can be as filthy and as naughty as we like, but then we're gonna like release it like 3 weeks later into the main feed. So
Okay.
um, yeah, people will hear it.
Not gonna be naughty then.
Uh, so Codey, this is the first. It's been a minute since we have you on After Dark. Right, real quick, let's just catch up with you real fast. I know,
Yeah, dude.
like for some, it's going to come out pretty soon. Others, it's going to come out 3 weeks from now. Like since we last heard from you, if say someone hadn't heard from you, since the last time you were on the show,
Hmm.
what? Tell us what. Tell us all the things.
Tell us about me or what happened in my life.
Anything you choose to share.
I'm a doctoral student. I study bees. I'm doing analyses right now and identifying things. I actually thought it would be super cool to identify things on Twitch.
That would
And
be
like,
rad. There's a market for it. I mean,
because I
people
can
on
like share my microscope screen.
Oh, I think this is a slam dunk idea.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, I really appreciate like the kinds of contents I appreciate are like scientists plays Mass Effect because then they point things out. They're like, oh, this is
Hmm.
cool because of XYZ. Or artists stream their art streams. I think it's fascinating to watch someone who's actually good at it draw, and then I might learn
Hmm.
something. So I think that would be really, really cool.
It would just require some extra setup and shit, which I don't really want to do. But I think
I
it'd be
can help.
cool.
I could help you with segments if you want.
But I do bee
Yeah, do
taxonomy,
you?
wasp taxonomy, hymenopteran taxonomy
Mhm.
as well.
Wasps, the most metal
Yeah,
of insects.
they're pretty great.
They're pretty
Um,
terrifying, you mean?
Shout out if you're listening to this before January 2023. The wasp course is going to be happening in January 2023. It's only $40 and you don't have to be a scientist. You can take it and you learn all about wasps,
Oh my
wasp morphology, and all about everything.
God. You said wasp course. I
Mhm.
heard wasp horse. I went, are you shitting me? What is a wasp horse?
No,
Is it a giant murder wasp?
no. The wasp course.
Is that a t-shirt? Wasp horse? I'm
I
gonna
don't
carry that into your future bug streams. Wasp horse. West. Now
know.
I can't even say it right correctly.
Well,
New
it's just like you
Pokemon.
can't say cerealage. So
Cellular, right. I really can't. It's really it's not a fault of mine, and quite frankly, it's insensitive that you even said it because
it's
I can't say
endearing.
R's and L's. Thank you very
It's
much.
endearing.
Cellular. Like it don't like the Japanese language like struggle a lot with like L's and R's. Why would they name that Pokemon that? You know what? I'm looking up its name in Japanese right now.
Okay. Yeah.
Cellular.
Other than that, I'm still playing Pokemon Go. I'm
What?
still, yeah, I still play Pokemon Go every day. I still,
I,
I actually was crying earlier, and by that I wasn't actually crying. I was just really grumpy that I can't beat fucking Giovanni.
fuck Giovanni. They seriously
And
make that such a pain in the ass that I haven't even bothered. I just don't have the mind space to bother.
still haven't got past that difficult fight in Arceus. Not going to spoil it, but if you've played it, you know what I'm talking about.
I assume it's Arceus, but I have not played it, so I don't know.
Yeah. So it's in
Uh,
Arceus. There's a difficult fight. Haven't gotten past that. And yeah, other than that, I've been playing
um,
ye old Violette.
so I tried to Google cellular reg, and I spelled cellular red.
I'll Google it.
Cellular red. No, it did not. So, it's the name of a cell phone in like Spain. Telefono I spelled cellularis is cellular in Spanish.
Subarizu.
I fucking suck.
Cerealage in Japanese is
Reg.
Subarizu.
Subaru?
Subureizu.
Subureziu. I can't. No.
Subureizu. I'm copying it and I'm putting it in chat, and then you can fail at that one too. Again, this is not a
Language is hard, and
it's not a worth judgment.
oh no,
Your worth is
it's
not
literally Sue Blades. Sue Blades, like Soul Blades, is the
what are you talking
translation.
about? Oh, the translation.
The translation of the Japanese is like soul blades because it's
That's the
spelled like
translation, but that's not.
soul without the L. So
But
soul
it's
blades.
but it is Suburayizu.
Soul blades is actually a better name than Salgorolage.
Ceruledge.
You know what? I'm glad I got Scarlet just so I got Armor Rouge because that's a fucking name that I can say. Like,
And because then we can trade things.
yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. I plan on getting you next time I give you some Pokemon. I plan on getting you a set of the Auspicious Armor, which you'll need to evolve your own Armor Rouge.
Won't I have that in my own game?
No, so in order to evolve Charcadet in both of our games, you need a specific item. The auspicious item is only in Scarlet, and the malicious armor is only in Violet. You can get the malicious armor, but you can't get the auspicious armor. I could give you a armor rouge, or I could trade you a Pokemon holding the item, and then you can use it and evolve whichever Charcadet you want. You could do that as well.
So I have the malicious one, and that evolves into Ceruledge, and you
So
have the
correct,
auspicious one, and it evolves. Okay.
correct.
Listeners, welcome to How to Evolve the Bullshit.
Charcadet. I kind of like weirdo evolutions sometimes. It's going to be easy. Like Pokemon Go, it's going to be like, the Paldea Stone in 100 candies. There you go. I kind of wish there was more like wacky evolutions in Go. Like I really like that they carried over Malamar's evolution. Like you got to turn your phone upside down. It's so perfect because your phone has naturally has a gyroscope. But they also at the same time like if you're gonna do like the Sinnoh Stone, like retroactively make the older ones get evolved with one stone because there's still like 8 different items in there before they switched over to the stone system.
Yep.
Like I would like it either they retroactively removed those, it just made them all one item for each gen, or when they release new Pokemon that use like the Sunstone or something, make it that. You know what I mean? Give me another
I
reason.
have 10 Sunstones.
Right. Like give me more reason to
King's
either
Rock.
get rid of them altogether. Let me have a reason to keep 30 fucking Unova stones, or give me more stuff to use the Sunstone on to justify keeping as many as I do.
Yep.
But we're not talking about Pokemon Go right now.
I mean, we just were, but that's not what this.
That's not what this is. We're continuing our journey through Paldea. So, dear listener, if you listen to Volume 1 of the mixtape, that is where me and Gracie, that was our initial impressions of all 3 campaigns, main campaigns in the game, as well as our initial impressions of like the main non-legendary Pokédex, non-paradox form Pokédex. Volume 2, we went into much more spoiler territory. We talked about our feelings towards the each campaign a little deeper. We did talk about the legendaries. We did not spoil the campaign itself as a whole. We did a little bit. Some of it we did, like Area Zero. We did talk about Area Zero. This Patreon series, we will spoil everything, but not this episode. It'll be the next one. We will go through all of it. By then, Cody, you'll have most likely finished the game by then anyway.
Yeah.
But
that's where we should start is where are we in our journeys?
Sure. Well, yours is going to be way more interesting than mine. Like mine's already documented week to week here. I've finished the game. I finished all the campaigns. I finished the Academy storylines with the exception of one, which I can't finish. And I finished the post game, including Area Zero, as well as the post game after Area Zero. Like I've done it. I think I've done it all. That's what I want to say. I want to put a little asterisk. There's a little bit extra that is kind of hanging around, but I think that stuff's more indicative of potential DLC in the future of the game. But I don't know that to be 100% true.
Okay.
How about you?
So I just pulled up. I took a picture of my record, my adventure record before.
Ooh, I should have done that.
So, I mean, you can just look at it on your Switch if you want to, but
you'll have to
I have not beat the game in any form. So I just beat the 7th gym. And so the gym that I have to go to now is the psychic gym down bottom left.
Okay. That's Fornado or something like that. I can't remember the name of the
Yeah, I
town.
think so.
Something
So
like
I've
that.
been there before and I
Fortunata.
already did the gym test, but I recognized that like it was a struggle to just beat the like normies for the gym test. And so I was
Hmm.
like, I'm a go to do other things. So then I went and so that's the last one that I have to do. I finished all of the Titans.
Okay.
And I think
Well,
I only have one more team star. I have the
okay.
fighting team
So
star. So
let's start with the gyms here. What do you think of this gym campaign in comparison with previous versions of the game? How does it like square up for you?
I do really like that it's not just battle
Hmm.
things. Um,
Oh, the tests are like, well, I just want to interject here. The tests are they run the game. They're all easy, first of
mhm,
all, for the most part. Like they're very straightforward,
mhm.
easy, and silly, and goofy and dumb. Um, I appreciate their variety, however, and I appreciate that it's not just like a room full of like four trainers that you're gonna have to battle through, or weird teleporters, or elevators, or
Mhm.
those the arrow things where you gotta figure out
Yeah.
the little labyrinth inside. Yeah, I appreciate that it's not that anymore.
Yeah, same. Though I do think that those are fun in their own right. They are kind of their own little puzzle. These seem better. I don't know. They're more accessible
Just the
somehow.
nature of being open world, they're more accessible for sure.
Yeah.
Like
I
you're
also
no
like that you
longer like trapped on Route 16 because you couldn't beat the gym and you're stuck like grinding on gravelers and diglets so that you can
yeah.
get enough levels to beat the gym. That's a fantastic thing.
Yeah.
You felt like you were probably needed to level up some before you took on the gym leader, so you went and did something else. You weren't trapped within like a couple of routes to level grind.
Hmm. And generally, like if you feel so, I when I did go down to the psychic type gym leader
Mm-hmm.
person, at first, you can kind of tell how difficult they're going to be based on the difficulty of the Pokemon around them.
Sure,
And
absolutely,
it
yeah.
like allows you, like I could just go there and tackle it with my level, whatever,
Dark type. Yeah.
starter. Yeah. Which I have. And I totally could have like smoked them.
Yeah,
But
you
I was,
you started with Sprigatito, correct?
so I have
Which is
Meowscarada, which is grass
grass
dark.
dark. Oh yeah,
Mhm.
if you have a dark move, you should steamroll that
I
sucker.
do.
Yeah, you
And
should
I
be
have
okay.
some other things that have dark. So another one of my like main team is Arcanine. And that has, he has Crunch.
Oh
So
yeah, so you got to back up as well. You should
yeah.
be just fine. Um,
Which that's like the next thing I was gonna do. After so I defeated today. Yesterday I defeated my sixth gym, and then today I defeated my seventh gym. And
well,
then
yeah, you're nearly a champion.
I am nearly a champion.
You,
But the like Elite Four people, Premier,
mhm.
whatever, keep coming up to me, and one of them's like a 2-year-old, just tiny, and like I don't know. There's something. So full disclosure, I've only beat in total 2 Pokemon games.
Mhm. That's fine.
Because the Elite Four is always so difficult, like
Right.
for me. And so I don't get satisfaction in just beating someone and then going to the next one and beating them and going to the next person. Like it's just not fulfilling to me.
Right. Well,
So
I
the
hate to be the
closer I
bearer of
get,
bad news. Yeah.
yeah.
This is the most traditional part of the game. The gyms are very
Yeah.
much what you imagine they are. I will say I do appreciate that the gym leaders show up periodically through the journey and introduce themselves, kind
Mhm.
of, or the Elite Four. I mean, the Elite Four
Yeah.
show up periodically. So usually, like, I don't give a crap about the Elite Four. Like, anybody that likes Lance the Dragon Trainer, like, okay, why? Like, he literally just shows up in a room at the end of the game with a bunch
Yep.
of dragons, ice move,
Yep.
ice move, ice move. He's dead.
Yep.
Um, they have no personality. At least like Leon and Galar had personality. He showed up every once in a while to get lost
Yeah.
somewhere. Like I appreciate that little bit. This game does a great job of introducing the Elite Four, and I appreciate it. The little girl, fine. Rika is my queen. Primarina is my queen. I will do whatever they say forever. Please step on me, mommy. What are you doing? Are you Googling people?
I'm Googling.
Are you Googling Rika and Primarina? I might even say
I
Primarina
thought
wrong.
Rika was a guy. Rika's not a guy.
She is not a guy.
Rika has she, her pronouns.
Correct.
I mean, no matter what, they're hot. So she's
They're
hot. So
yes, 100%. And I like that
um
she's not. I like that she dresses the way she does,
mm-hmm,
because she dresses very much like business time. Like,
mm-hmm,
you know, I appreciate the, I guess, diversity of it. Like they could have made her like a cute, hot character. Like she is hot, first
mm-hmm.
of all, just because she's so like fucking professional. Like she looks like a hit woman.
There's only been one character that I thought had like the classic like hot person thing. And I thought it was really weird because when they introduce this person, they start at her
And
ankles
yes, they did it.
and
Mm-hmm.
they go up. And I'm just like, and you know who I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it's the nurse. You can
It's the
say it.
nurse.
I
And
said Primarina. I meant to say Gita is what I meant.
yeah, you meant
Sorry.
Gita. She's
Yeah, yeah.
La Primera.
La Primera. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I knew who you're talking about. But like, yeah, the nurse. And so I
Mm-hmm.
guess do you have anything else you want to say about
The nurse? Yeah,
Jim?
me and the
No, no,
nurse are
no.
going
Jim
steady.
slash
Oh, uh,
slash Elite Four track before we move, because I would love to jump right into this
okay,
school.
okay. So, the gyms and Elite Four, I will say, because they laid a little bit of groundwork in introducing, especially the champion. You see her a lot. Um, I felt like I enjoyed the battles more just for that little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They are hard. They were. I can see why someone at that point who had done everything else, because I did everything else in the game before I went to the Elite Four. I was technically over leveled, but I still struggled because just my personal composition of my team had no
Mm-hmm.
answers for like three of them, and
Mm-hmm.
I literally escaped by the skin of my teeth for all four battles. All four. Like I got
Okay.
lucky on all. Like, well, if this move hits me, I'm dead, and then it would do that thing where Skeledirge dodged the attack at the sound of your shout, or it chose not to faint so it wouldn't make you cry. I'd be like,
Yeah.
yes, thank you, God, Mabostiff. And then it gets the attack off that kills them.
Yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. So that actually made it challenging, more fun. I enjoyed it. Gita was the weakest of all of them for me. Like I just demolished her like it was
Okay.
nothing. Um, but that again, her team is composed in a way that I had more answers for. Like I had no
Mm-hmm.
answers for like ground, for instance, like ground type moves just annihilated my team at the time.
Okay.
There's a couple others in there that just really screwed with me.
Gotta have a balanced team, my
And
dude.
I don't know, but I like what I like, I can't help it. The problem is I didn't find a water type I really liked till after that. I didn't find I got a Finizen, which is my favorite
Mm-hmm.
water type of this
Mm-hmm.
game, and I didn't find one until much later because I just didn't spend any time in the seas. I didn't go. There's no reason to
Yeah.
go there, so I just never got around to it. Go ahead and jump into the academy. I know you want to talk about that sexy nurse
I
that I'm
sure
in a
do.
relationship with.
So, I mean, first of all, I'm trying to figure out what the Dondozo.
Yeah.
Dondozo is a pretty bomb water type.
Yeah, that's true, but he triggers me in a way that I don't appreciate.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, so the academy. So I just started doing it in greater detail today because I know that you had said you're like, you have to finish, you have to do it. And so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
went
it's
and
worth it.
I did all of the biology classes. I did all of the math classes. Have you guys talked about what the classes entail at
Yeah,
all?
so we did
Okay.
go. I went over that in the last
Okay.
episode. Some I didn't like spoil anything. Basically, what
No,
I
that's
said
fine.
was like nothing is particularly. There's no like particular revelation, but the fact that you get like all these little snippets of
Mm-hmm.
interactions with the teachers as you take their class in different areas of the
Mm-hmm.
school really kind of brings it to life. It's
Yeah.
kind of like Pokemon Hogwarts a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not terrible. I appreciate how I didn't think there was going to be. I didn't even know there were classes through half the games until someone
Mm-hmm.
told me. I did. I just had no clue. Um,
I had done the first biology and the first math before I
mm,
went off into the world. But yeah, so basically like the classes there, you do three classes and then you have a midterm and then three more classes and then you have a final. And Really, as long as you're paying attention / no like Pokemon
Be
stuff.
honest, did you fail any classes?
I failed the math
Oh,
final.
I did too. Let's go.
I failed the math final because like, there's so many like interactions between them. So it's like
They
if you
do.
have this move and then it critically hits, and you're fighting a water type, then how much damage are you gonna
Yeah,
do? And
they
I'm
do
just
that
like,
bullshit math thing that every math class you've ever taken does, where it's like a train leaves from one end and a pigeon shits in Japan, and how much speed of velocity of a fucking coconut,
yeah,
work is so confusing, and my brain
yeah.
does not process. It can't. It just can't
Where
do
it's
it.
like if Johnny has 6 Skittles and Emily has 7 Skittles, what is the area of the sun? And it's just like,
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
So I failed
bullshit.
it, but I retook it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so in throughout the like as you progress in the story of the game, you can go back to the school again, and there are these interactions that you can have. So you can go to Professor Jacques, and as you fill up the Pokedex, he'll give you crap. He'll give you stuff, which
He'll
is
give you
great.
crap.
He'll give you stuff. And
Yeah,
then
yeah,
like he
yeah, yeah.
gave me TMs. And then um Professor
History. His.
Professor Clavel, you like, oh, I haven't done history yet, so
Okay. Well,
I only did math and biology, but like Professor Clavel, for example, like if you go and talk to him the first time, he's like, I have a very important question to ask you. What does chuggy mean?
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
As a 37-year-old man, I had no clue. I just guess.
Is it actually a word?
I mean, it must be. It's in a Pokemon game, and it can't be something too offensive, or they wouldn't have put it in, right? I put it was something. It means you're cool because I didn't want his feelings to be hurt.
It has been described as the opposite of trendy or trying too
Okay.
hard. Oh
Okay.
no.
Oh,
See, I
poor
didn't even know
Director
it.
Clavel.
But yeah, I told him
Uh,
it was cool too. So now he's going to use that word and think that he's cool. And so I screwed him up. I feel bad. But he's basically like trying to relate to you. And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's cool. But yeah, so the nurse lady. So then if I went to the nurse, and again, first introduction to her, you see her ankles and it scrolls up and she has a band-aid on her knee. And it's just
Mm-hmm.
like, what is going on? And
She
like,
nicked herself shaving. It happens. I mean, it's happened to all of us at one point or another.
yeah, but just don't shave. I mean, so
I like to
it's,
shave. How dare you?
I don't like to
I mean, that's
shave.
fair. It's valid.
Yeah,
But Nurse Miriam does, and she nicked
she
herself.
does.
Yeah, it's
But
fine.
yeah, and I just I felt so bad for her. So like when the first time you talked to her, I guess spoils for the first time that you talk to her, she's like bemoaning the plight of the fact that she didn't get into medical school, so she can't be a doctor, but she's not considered a teacher.
Right. She didn't pass her exams to be a teacher
And
either.
so she's like, I'm just stuck here as a nurse. And it's just like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Mhm. So you
Like,
haven't finished her
I
storyline,
haven't
right?
finished her
Okay.
storyline yet.
All
And
right. Well, then I'm
so
not going to say
I'm
shit then.
hoping it changes because my
Maybe.
goodness, like,
Maybe. I'll clue you in a little secret. Back the fuck up because me and Nurse Miriam are quite close.
I was gonna say, did you guys get a little closer?
Very much so. So like I do like as you progress all the teacher storylines, it gives you like you and Director Clavel got a little closer. You and Director
Mhm.
Clavel bonded or whatever. It's just something
Yeah.
along those lines. Like,
Yeah.
and towards the end, it's like you and Nurse Miriam or Nurse Miriam trusts you now or something. It gives you little things like that.
Yeah.
So uh,
That's cute.
it's cool. It's like a little mini dating sim within a school when you're
It
10.
kind of is.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say
but yeah.
history is kind of, I would say if you only took one of them, you should probably take history.
Hmm.
History gives you the backstory of some post game, um, a post game activity that you're gonna
Yeah.
do, and it's gonna also unlock some spots on the map for you. And
I
if
think
you,
that, sorry, go for it.
oh, I was gonna say like if you found them just on your own. In the wild, they will not be on your map. But if you take
Hmm.
history and you learn, you follow the history teacher's thing there, she'll tell you the legend. She'll like say, I'm going to put these on your map for you. And then you can fly to them if you visited them before, like instantly, which is, very helpful for, just going from one end of the map to the other. So you just
Yeah.
get more fast travel locations that way as well.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning on finishing the rest of them. soon. But yeah, so I guess did you tell people what the topics were last time?
The topics, but can
Yeah, so
you?
there's biology, the subjects, biology, math,
Oh,
history, languages, art, home ec,
I did not
battle.
mention languages. I think it's probably the most boring. Like it's fine, I guess.
Okay.
Art is also kind of a little boring. Um, Although I will say art is really intriguing towards the end of it. Like I'm so confused. Like it has no payoff. Like it's like I mean it does. Like he makes a decision, but at the same time, like who the fuck are these people coming to try and like take him away to be some sort of like dragon king?
Oh my gosh.
What?
I'm
Like you have to
excited.
come with us. You're the heir to the dragon throne.
Oh,
Like
the Dragon King.
yeah, like
Oh
what?
my
Excuse me?
God.
Are
Okay.
these people like I kept trying to think like in Sword and in Galar was there like a famous like dragon family or something like that
No.
I'm not thinking of or like I'm trying to
Mm-mm.
like put it back into some other region somewhere. I'm like maybe it'll be DLC or something.
Maybe I haven't heard of that.
Well, I mean you haven't
Um,
taken the class yet, but
I
you
definitely
will.
think that like I feel like this was an attempt by TCPI TPCI to like they heard us being like the story what like this has no story like Pokemon games don't have a story or Pokemon games like it's like the NPCs don't have like they're not very deep and so then
They're
they
barely care. They're as deep as whatever they're wearing is usually.
yeah usually but and so they've definitely added a lot of this stuff so that
Now,
you have more of a bond and like you care more.
yeah, I agree. This is the best as far as like story and characters. This is the best Pokemon game they've ever made. Like,
I will say though, sometimes what words that they use like in the game in general, like I remember battling someone the other day and they said something afterwards. They were like, "Oh, that was a helpful mnemonic." And I was just like, a freaking 11-year-old is not going to know what that word means.
I mean,
Like,
I barely know what that word means. So, like, valid.
yeah, it's I mean a mnemonic is just like something to remember, like something to teach
Hmm.
yourself to remember something. I think like the most like is the to remember kingdom, phylum,
Hmm.
order, class, blah blah blah, blah
Right, right,
like
right,
King
right.
Philip, blah blah blah, blah. Like that's a
Yeah,
mnemonic. But
yeah,
like it's just like a one-off statement. They're like, "Oh, this like use this. This is a helpful mnemonic." And I was like, an 11-year-old playing this game is not going to know what that means. They're just going to be confused.
right.
Or like even some of the classes, I was like, you're assuming that the kids know proportion, like probability or times two, like
Well,
how to
they're gonna
times
fucking learn today.
like how to take 1.5 and multiply it by 2.
Well, let's be real. They're gonna either YouTube it or they'll Google it. Like, what are the answers for the math final? A, B, C
So they're teaching children to
to
cheat
cheat.
already.
Hell yeah. I didn't cheat personally. That's why I failed.
No, but the kids are going to have to because it's going to be
But I'm
frustrating.
glad I did fail because I did want to try and see like what happened when certain like I wanted to see what happens when my whole party faints. There's still a couple things like that I want to try out just to see what happens. Like I was
Mhm.
trying to hatch eggs in weird spots just to see what happens. And there is a spot like I found it. Like there's a picnic table or whatever, and the game tried to go in for an egg to hatch, but it would have hatched on the picnic table. And I was like, oh, this will be a cool little animation of it hatching on the picnic table, and the game zoomed back out and was like, nope, and
Nope.
it just resumed normal gameplay until I moved 5 feet away, and then it started hatching again.
Mm.
Well, before we move off of like battles and stuff, what do you think about like battling in the open world and stuff like that now?
I like it. I think I really like the Let's Go feature or whatever it's called, where you can
Mhm.
just like send them out because it sometimes the battle animation, like going through all the battle animations, are just like laborious, especially because you
Yeah,
can't turn battle animations off in this game.
yeah.
Um, like it's really frustrating if you just have to like level things up. You don't want to click on the like go interact with the Pokemon and
Hmm.
then you have to choose your move. And it also doesn't like reduce your the moves PP PowerPoints or whatever it is called. Um And so you can just like send your Pokemon off and be like, okay, Arcanine, I need you to level up 2 levels. So just go kick the crap out of all these Snom and Cubchoo.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
I also like Let's Go. I think it's a fun little feature. Except for when it doesn't work, when you're like tapping the button and you're like, kill that thing. And it just takes like 3 tries because if you're not lined up exactly right, sometimes they come out and just derp around and they don't go
mhm.
towards the thing you want them to go, and you got to like reorient and face.
So that really works if you target the Pokemon first.
Right. So I did not know you could hold the left trigger down and like zoom in on them until
Yeah.
you showed me that, and I had
Yeah.
already beaten the game. Had no fucking clue. Like the fact that
So
I caught a Ditto was a fucking miracle because I did not know you could like get it to where their names appear above their heads at
yeah.
all.
So listeners, make sure that you use the left trigger to like focus on something, and then you
Mm.
can like so if you focus on the Pokemon that you want to demolish and then you like do the let's go, it goes straight for that Pokemon. Like
Yeah.
there's no dicking around or anything. It's like I'm gonna screw you up.
You can also hit the right button on the D-pad to see what sandwich powers you currently have and if they're still active, which is something I also didn't realize until later, much,
That's
much
what you
later.
taught me.
Yeah, because I had no clue.
Because I
Um,
was like, do I still have egg power? I don't even know how to check. And
yeah,
then
exactly.
you told me like the
Um,
next day.
we either didn't pay attention in school or something, or didn't pay attention at the Poke
I'm
Centers
not there yet in
and stuff.
school, so
Yeah. Um, I'm a graduate. Finally, I graduated from school. Finally. I didn't
I'm
drop
not
out
a
this time. Third
graduate.
time's a charm. I like
And
how before we move off of Let's Go, I know I say that a lot before we move off of this, that did you know that when you Let's Go on a group of Pokemon, if there's one that it won't attack, it's a shiny.
yeah.
Okay. I did not know that until early, like fairly recently. I'm like, oh, I better stop doing that because if he kills a shiny, I'll be real sad. But then again, a lot of the shinies, either the Pokemon are this is the smallest Pokédex in the world because they're so goddamn tiny you can barely see them, or obviously there's a healthy amount of shinies that just look like regular Pokemon anyway. There's just no way to tell, but
Yep.
at least they had the wherewithal to program like, oh, Let's Go won't work on a shiny Pokemon. Which, speaking of which, got my first shiny today ever in a main series game. Pretty happy. Uh,
And it's
Meditite, boo, so sad.
thanks, Pokemon Go.
He looks like a fucking meth head. Listen to our Meditite episode. I think it's literally called like Meditite, Sadness and Addiction is the name of that episode. Gracie also caught a shiny today. She's not here for the episode this time, but she'll most likely be on the next one. But she caught a Slitherwing, and I'm so jealous.
What is that?
You'll find out.
Okay.
I don't think saying the
My
name is a spoiler.
so my first shiny was so I literally was leaving Mesagosa
Mhm.
to go into the like cliffy area just to the east of it. Came right out of Mesagosa. I'm like not even an hour into the game at this point.
So
And I come
lucky.
out of Masagosa and I look to my right and there's a shiny Shanks. And I was like,
So
oh, hey,
cool.
what's up? And I was like, wow, shinies are going to be really hard, really easy to fight in this game. And I haven't seen another one yet.
Right. But you're right though. Like the ones that you can actually see either because they're not too small or they have a decent enough shiny that looks different, when they're in a group, you'll definitely notice them. Because like the
Yep.
Metatite was like in a group of like 2 other blue Metatite, and I went,
Mm-hmm.
is that a shiny, stupid, dumbass piece of shit Metatite? God damn it. I guess I'll catch this stupid thing. Like
Yeah.
I had just got done looking at a Cyclizar, like because I'm like, that'd be a cool shiny to have. Let me just go check this Cyclizar. Nope, not shiny. Oh shit, the Metatite is. What how unlucky.
I'm going to Google what the shiny rate is for eggs.
I looked it up, but it's numbers that I can't remember. I mean, it's not low.
No, I'm
Especially
also
if you have the
kind of just
shiny
like,
charm.
yeah, I need to get the shiny.
Well, you'll have to beat the game to get the shiny charm.
I know.
Because even though you're riding around on Maridon right now, because you have Violet,
Mhm.
you're not getting it added to the Pokédex until you beat the game. And you have to get everything. We'll have to also do like a touch trade with our Koridons and Maridons just so that we can
Yeah.
finish the Pokédex.
Yep.
Don't worry, I'll give him back. I'll give him back. Maybe.
Mass outbreaks. Shiny
Um,
sandwich.
let's talk about Titans a little bit.
Okay.
You finished Titans, right?
I did.
And that dog died.
That dog.
I know. Way to put like I'm surprised that they went with Mabostiff because I'm surprised they didn't pick like a cuter Pokemon to like
Like
really
a
suffer.
well, I guess the only other Pokemon that they put that's like a new dog Pokemon for the game is
Grievard.
Grievard, and it's already
Mhm.
dead.
Right. And that's why I think but I think they really wanted to capitalize on a boy and his dog, the classic a boy and his dog story. Because they could have picked anything that was cute, but they wanted a dog specifically to pull on your heartstrings specifically. Because we've all been there with a dog.
I mean, I definitely currently have an aging beagle that
Mhm.
I am having like when I finished the Herba Mystica stuff yesterday. Are we spoiling?
Yeah, that's fine at this
Okay,
point.
spoilers for when you after you beat the fifth Titan.
Yeah.
So you beat the fifth Titan and he eats that sandwich and then it goes into a cutscene and it's just like I'm like bawling. I'm absolutely bawling. And I'm like curling up next to my dog who's sitting next to me
Yeah.
because my dog he's 11 and a half and he's a beagle and he has a heart condition and he is not no spring chicken. And you see the Mabostiff like stand up and just like get his life back. And I just like curled up next to Remus and I was like, buddy, I would get all the herbal Herba Mystica for you if I could. And like
Oh.
Jeff was there in the room with me and he's like, oh my God, stop. Like, like you're being ridiculous. And I was just like, I'm so sad. Because
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's the boy and the dog's aging and that was like the whole thing that Arvin wanted to do.
Hmm.
The whole
Yeah.
reason he was looking into everything was to
Arvin
try and heal
fucking
his
gets it in this
Mabostiff.
game. I know me and Gracie talked about it, but they really abused the hell out of Arvin in this game. Like there's more. It's a coming, don't you
Well,
worry.
because they did that, and then after you get the Mabostiff thing, it's like so spoilers after that, and then the next thing that happens, you find out he's got like a like dad problems.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask because you have Violet and I have Scarlet. In Scarlet, Professor what's her face is his mom. So
So the
Professor
professors are
Turo,
his parents because
right? So
Professor Turo's
Professor
his dad.
Turo is his dad. Okay, so
But
they
his
serve
parent problem, both of his parents.
right. He mentions that he has not seen them for years, and that he got Coridon and Ormaridon from Area Zero from the laboratory or whatever.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, and they've been buried in their work and too busy for him, you know, et cetera, et cetera. Like, yeah, he gets it. Arvin gets it a lot, man. I totally feel. I kind of thought, after that first Titan, he was the bad. He at first I thought Director Clavel was the bad guy secretly up
And
until I did
who
the first Team Starbase. Now, like, there's no shot he's the bad guy.
I still don't know because like so in most games you know who the bad guy is based on
Mhm.
who gets the starter that is strong against yours.
Mhm.
And I don't know who that is. I still right now do not know who that is.
Yes, you do.
Well,
I'm not
I
going to tell
haven't
you
seen it.
who. I
I
don't.
haven't
Yeah,
seen it.
correct. You won't see it until it's time, but
Yeah,
you've met
but
them. I promise you, you've met
I
them
know that
already.
I've met them. I know that
Yeah,
but I have
yeah,
no idea
yeah,
who it is. I don't
yeah.
know who has it.
Which isn't that fun though, that you
It
don't
is. It's
know.
always like this, like, who's the bad guy?
Yeah.
Like, who is it?
So
And because it used to be really obvious. And
I
then now
thought,
it's not.
that we should save this for this Team Star discussion, but I thought Director Clavel was the bad guy. Like at the very beginning, I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
just look at this guy. He's like
Look
meeting me
at
at my
him.
school. He's flirting with my mom. Like this is clearly Giovanni of this game, and like he's the leader of Team Star, right? Like I'm like, this is the bad guy. After the first Team Star base, when it's what's his name?
Clive.
Clive. I'm like, oh, this guy's too fucking goofy. It to possibly be the bad guy. And I love it. I absolutely love it that he's gone undercover to investigate Team Star.
To
He's got
try
the
and
pompadour and he's like greasing it up with his
get these
hands.
kids to come back to school.
I
Yeah.
know.
He like when he walks up, I was like, that's definitely Clavel, but okay.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, yeah,
game's
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
be like there's going to be a big reveal of like, oh, wow, look who it is. But then, like, the
Maybe.
first thing your character does is like Professor Clavel? Like that's like one of your options.
I like that it gives you an option occasionally to say
It's
something.
like very easy, like the game immediately is not playing coy. It's like, yes, we know that you probably recognize.
Yeah, like clearly 100%. I like how they give you an option like in the academy too. They're like, "Don't you love math?" And I'm like, "Fuck no." And I literally answered like the most negative, except for with Nurse Miriam. I would never be negative to her.
She need that baby needs all the positivity she can get.
Absolutely. So Titans, yeah, Arvin gets it hard. When I didn't realize that Mabashtif couldn't open its eyes until Arvin's like, did he just open his eyes? He's opening his eyes. He like puts his head in his like sleeve
He's like
because he's sobbing.
crying.
Yes, it's so good. I mean, it's a predictable story, but it's one that I'm very appreciative of in the game. And it makes like Arvin's the MVP of the game for me. He's the most he's the most interesting. He goes through the most. It's a story about him. Well, I was gonna say like a story about him accepting stuff, but like if they really wanted it to be a story of acceptance, Mabashtif would have died.
Yeah.
But it's not that. Like this is a kid's game. Let's be real. Mabashtif ain't gonna die. It's Pokemon. Thank God, because I don't want Mabashtif to die. So, and especially because Mabashtif was one of the main Pokemon on my team too, so it was a really fucking rad to be able to battle with my Mabashtif to help save his Mabashtif. I hate that Pokemon name. I can't say it.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Speaking of teams, before we jump back to Team Star, I want to know like what's your main team makeup? I know you got some weird grass cat thing.
Meowscarada, which I wanted to stay on all fours. Go freaking figure that Fuecoco that started on 2 fours is the
2 fours?
Evolution.
You need to go back to math class.
I just said 2 fours.
Yeah, I caught you.
2 feet.
I caught you, Dr. Codey Mathis.
2 Peats. It's
2 4 toes. 2 4 toes is 8 toes.
Yeah, it's standing on two Peats. Ends up with 4 Peats. Very upsetting. Because I wanted my grass cat. I was like, I know one of these is always like the furry starter. Yeah, nothing against furries. Furry people can be furries. Sure. No big deal. No shame. I did not want the furry starter.
I did not want Meowscarada to stand up on 2 legs. I thought it was a bit too predictable, right? Like I was like, I think everyone in the community kind of saw it coming from a mile away. We're like, that cat gonna stand up. And
like
sure enough,
badass. I don't even know, like a tiger or something.
I do like Meowscarada though. I don't want to make it sound like I dislike that Pokemon. I think it's fine, especially when you see it in motion. It looks like Flower Trick, I think is the name of the move. Like it looks really cool. I think it has more personality. It's one of those Pokemon that looks way better in motion than it does in just a screen capture. In screen captures, it doesn't look that great. Also, like they could have done more with its colors to kind of break it up. It's a little monotonous as far as like the character design goes.
But. Well, that's because all the color went to Quaxly's evolution.
Jesus Christ.
I love that. So I heard someone I heard someone talk about how it's the classic guy that like it's the young man who is insecure but needs to be masculine, but then eventually like comes into their own and allows themselves to like explore their sexuality, and then they become like a gay salsa dancer. And I was like,
I've definitely heard that, and I appreciate that this is a Pokemon that speaks to the Pokemon. You know, we are an extraordinarily gay podcast. I will die by that. Yeah. I don't like it because it's got weird toes.
It's true.
I'm just talking strictly from a personal preference standpoint. I don't mind that it's a dancer. I love that it's a dancer. Dancing Pokemon, totally fine with me. What I don't like is the weird, like, bulbous toes, and then the salsa dances it makes draws your eyes to said toes, and I just don't like them. And there's just something about its silhouette that I just don't like. Like I like it when it's fantail fans out and it looks fabulous. Yeah. That looks cool. But when that folds back in, there's just something about the silhouette that just doesn't work for me. Like I think I like Inteleon better than Quaquaval. At least I can say the word Inteleon.
It's just Quaquaval. I
And
don't.
the middle evolution, by the way, probably one of the worst middle evolutions of all time. Like
Yeah,
it's so bad.
I
It's
hadn't really seen it.
it's just a it's just it's Donald Duck. It's fucking Donald Duck. Like it's just a bigger duck. Like there's nothing interesting. I think
Yeah.
Meowscarada's middle evolution is really good because it's got like a yo-yo thing going.
Yeah,
I
but you
really,
don't have
really
like
like it.
you don't have like a it never uses the yo-yo. Like it only has the yo-yo
Like idle
in
animations.
in the picture. No, it doesn't have it in I don't think it
Oh,
has it in
really?
I never
Wow.
saw it in the idle animations.
Wow, that's weird. But
Yeah.
that's part of the reason why I like that so much is it gives it like some character. Regardless, I think it's a good Pokemon on its own, like design wise. I think Fuecoco is the greatest fire starter ever created. Its middle evolution is so doofy and dumb. It's got like a nest it wears on its head with a little fire egg. It's cute, right? It's fine. It's not like great, but it's fine as far as middle evolutions go. Like the duck one is just a bad middle evolution altogether.
Okay,
Um,
so I've actually not really looked at like on Coco's
uh,
middle evolution looks like such a
so why don't we save Star Team Star for next time?
Yeah, but
Uh,
I was gonna talk about my team.
oh yes,
Um
yeah. I was gonna say let's go ahead and save because we talked like very briefly about like the beginning of that with Director Clavel. Let's just save that for next time because by then you'll have completed the whole thing and we can just talk about all of it. And
mhm,
since we're talking about Pokemon and the Pokédex, let's just talk about the Pokédex some and as well as your team. Of course, I definitely want to
mhm.
hear your team.
Yeah, so right now, I mean, my team definitely changes, but the Pokemon that I know are probably going to be in it during the Elite Four or whatever is Meowscarada, um, uh,
Don't judge.
Arcanine.
Oh shit.
I'm not looking. You're fine.
No, well,
Um,
I mean, people are going to see that I was searching for Nurse Miriam wallpaper.
well,
I'm
now
not a.
you outed yourself.
They don't exist. Get on it, okay? I found no
Make
results.
it,
Like
make it
artists out
yourself.
there, I'm not a good enough artist to do that. Flora
Yeah,
Gato.
definitely Meowscarada, definitely Arcanine. I think my water is definitely going to be Dondozo. Uh,
Oh man, when that thing comes up from the depths of the water, it freaks me the hell out. I hate it so much.
just comes out of nowhere. It's a big old derp,
Great,
though.
mwah, like chef's kiss of a shiny. Like that is a cool
Oh, I
shiny.
haven't seen the shiny.
Oh well, I mean, do you want me to tell you?
No, it's fine. I'm
Okay.
assuming it's purple.
No, it is not.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Whatever.
Nope.
Is it gold?
No, but you're close. I mean,
Okay.
basically, I just told you what it was. If it's not gold and it's close, it's
Silver?
what is like gold but not gold?
Dandelion.
What color is the sun, Cody?
Orange.
Oh my God, yellow. I
Okay.
hate this. So we're looking at the Pokédex here on the
Yeah, let's
screen.
look at
If
the
you're watching on
Pokedex.
YouTube, you can go over with us. Me and Gracie went over this in some detail. We for the first episode we went through the main Pokédex. The second episode we went through Paradox and Legendaries. So I just want like we don't need to go through every single
Hmm,
Pokemon in the
hmm.
decks, but I do want to hear your thoughts on some of these. Uh, like we talked about, like this static image of Quavo isn't that bad. But
Hmm.
look at them toes. That's what I'm talking about here.
Yeah, Espathra has those toes too, and I did not like that. It's way down there. Oh, you're going too fast.
Oh, I was looking for a Spathra.
It's fine.
Sorry.
We'll find it. We'll
Oh,
find it.
yeah, we'll get there. Lechonk.
Loved Terran. Lechonk is fine.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
over it
cute.
because it was part of the thing. Taruntula was adorable.
Oh, we love our bug
Um,
types. Me and
Bidops
you,
was meh.
your love for bugs and my love it is the reason why I always wanted you on After Dark Ryan. It was a dream to have you on. Um, like
And now rip the dream.
like I don't know anybody that loves bug Pokemon as much as like me, except for maybe you. So
Hit me. Spidops, I felt like was a missed opportunity. I thought that Tarantula
mhm.
was prime opportunity for a spider that knits.
I did as well, and that's what I expected. And what I got was like some Sam Fisher Secret Spy Ogre Spider with a
Yeah.
garrote that's gonna choke me to death. Um, which I don't dislike. I like that his body is like a spindle, right? Like he's got the thread around there. And I like that when in the overworld, when he's walking around, he pulls that his garrote like and eyeballs you and comes at you kind of sideways like you want to get choked, bitch.
It would be pretty dope if like they had a sex specific
Mm-hmm.
evolution and like one of them was a knitter and the other
Yeah.
one was an assassin,
Yeah.
which is what they went with.
And then you know this, Cody, but for the listener, like ogre spiders like to hang over wherever they're hunting. They'll
Mm-hmm.
make like basically a net and hold it between four of their legs so that they're
Mm-hmm.
like stretching it out in like a square, if you can imagine. And then when a bug crawls underneath them, they leap down and they ensnare it with their little web trap. And that's what they do. And that's kind of what like the idea, part of the idea behind Spite Ops, which I was running through Paldea, smashed my poor Coridon's head into a tree, and a Spite Ops appeared and fell out of the tree and attacked me. And I literally jumped because I was not expecting it, because that motherfucker came out like, ah! Very good. Nimble and low kicks or low kicks.
I say low kicks. Love them.
Me too.
Yep. Love
I
the.
I hate crickets in real life. I love this Pokemon. I
Well,
love
it's like a grasshopper.
like it's weird to me that it's not steel, but it's fine. I think that's
it's just dark.
yeah, I think that's okay. Like I like Pokemon that look like one type and are a different type.
Mm-hmm.
And I love this like Common Rider sort of like Ultraman vibe that Low Kicks gives. I love that. We don't need to talk about any of these pre-existing.
Yeah, no, if they're
like speaking of like pre-existing Pokemon that are in this, like, is there any like ones that weren't in the Pokédex that you were really hoping to see, or were there some that were in the Pokédex that you were happy to see back specifically?
I was shocked that that Roselia was not in the Pokédex.
Me too.
Specifically because I didn't know that Pomo evolved. That's good to know.
I think we know someone that's like miserably upset about that, don't we?
Yeah, but the thing is like they talk about like your own Spanish rose. Like it's like a something that people say. And so when you think of Spain, you think of roses. And I'm like, why is Roselia not in this
like
game?
their most well, I don't want to say their most, but like one of their most recognizable dances involves like a rose between the teeth.
Yeah. And so like I assumed when I heard that, spoiler alert, Roselia is not in the game. I guess it's not a spoiler, but
it's prime for DLC,
because I was like, okay, they must have another rose Pokemon. Like they must have introduced another one, but they didn't. It's just
I would say that I would be shocked if Roselia wasn't DLC for the game at some point. But then again, for the Britain region, they never put the Yorkshire Terriers in there.
Yeah.
Right? Like they never did that, which is crazy to me.
Yeah.
Palmy, Palmo, and Palmot. And I think I accidentally spoiled something for you here.
I just didn't know that Palmo evolved, which is not a big deal.
Yeah.
There was a blank space in the Pokedex, and I was really confused. But
these are bad Pokemons. I think Palmy's cute and fine. Palmo is literally the same Pokemon just standing up, and Palmot is that same Pokemon, we just gave it more hair.
Yep.
It's poor Pokemon design.
Is this the Pikachu of this gen?
It is.
Okay.
But it bucks the trend that one, it's a 3-stage evolution. I don't think we've had one of those since Pikachu itself. And also it's electric fighting, which is unique. There's never been an electric fighting before. This does not read as fighting at any point, though, I'll say.
Nope.
So, like, I think it's a bad, poorly designed Pokemon. I don't like either of these two, Palmo or Palmot. I do like Palmy, though. I like Palmy a great deal.
Okay.
Like, if they had done the classic Pika clone thing of where it just didn't evolve, I would have been 100% okay with that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm really
you're fine. Go. It's spoiling. Fine.
I will not go through the Paradox Pokemon or Legendaries.
Okay, good. That's the main thing.
I know where to stop for those. So you got Paldean Wooper. Real quick, they did not go like form heavy in this one. Like whereas Galar and Alola had just a ton of like classic Pokemon with new forms. Like this one, I think had what, 2? Isn't it Wooper and Tauros?
So yes, but then they also were like, what if we do the exact same Pokemon, but we just make it look, we say that it's a different Pokemon and we do something a little bit different.
You could definitely say that they're forms, but they're not. But they should be.
So Wooper and Tauros, I love both of them. more
Uh,
than the
Whooper,
original.
Whooper and Clodsire are chef's kiss, fantastic. I love
Especially because
this.
Quagsire sucked so bad.
I like Quagsire just because he's so goofy and doofy. Like he's just kind of cute in that way.
He's
I never used
too
him. His typing's good.
he's too Wobbuffet adjacent.
That's fair. But I
And I
still
hate
like him.
Wobbuffet.
Whooper
So
is fun here because he's a poison type now, and he has like little crossbones in his head. Very cute. Clodsire is adorable, and it's just. I mean, if this isn't a plushie, I don't know what is. Like
yeah.
if they don't
I
make a plushie
It
based
needs
off
to
of
be made into
Clodsire.
a pillow.
Yeah. And I love like I didn't know this until I encountered one in the wild, but like when it attacks, like the ribs poke through the holes in its back. Have you ever noticed that?
I haven't found one yet.
Okay. Well, get ready because when it attacks you, like you're gonna see its ribs come out of its these white dots on its back, and it's very cool. It's kind of terrifying, but also kind of cool. It gives it
Yeah.
more personality. I
Yeah.
like it a lot. We have a lot of like I mean, Hypno's back. Woo!
Yeah, no one likes that.
No one wanted Hypno back.
Tandem Mouse though.
Tandem Mouse is great.
You don't like how I think of Tandem Mouse though.
I love Tandem Mouse. It's one of my favorite new Pokemon in this deck. Real quick, I'm a huge fan of this deck as a whole. I
Yeah.
think the vast majority of the new Pokemon in this deck are very well designed. I think they're very either cute or cool. They meet like all the qualifications of a Brett Pokemon, like what Brett likes. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
there's obviously a few exceptions to that. Tandem Mouse, I fucking love Tandem Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
This is like the Magnemite, right? Like it's a couple the Diglett, it's a couple Pokemon formed into one Pokemon like that account as one Pokemon.
Yeah.
Um,
I
and
just love that it is accepting of polygamous relationships.
no, it is not. It is not.
I'm so
That is them
happy.
having babies.
I'm so happy that
Mice have lots of babies and they can do it while you're not even looking. And that's what Tandem Mouse does. It levels
yeah.
up, and then in your party, all of a sudden, you have a mousehold because it's a household.
Yes.
I love these Pokemon. I think they're super
really
cute.
cute.
I
They're
just
really
wish the shiny was worth a shit. It's one of those shinies that you can't even tell it's shiny.
And it is one of the ones that has a unique, there's like a really rare version.
Right. So there's the four where it's like two parents and two babies, and the rare version is the one where it's two babies and one or two parents and an only child. Yes, correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, if this one had a decent shiny, then I would have gone for this one hands down.
What would you have wanted the shiny to be?
I honestly would have thought. I mean, they could have done anything other than what they did. What they did was they like gave its like a slightly lighter color of beige, like around like the belly. Whoop de freaking do. They could have made it. I wouldn't have liked it if it was green either.
Dude, a black one.
Like a black mouse. Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That would have been dope.
I was thinking it'd be really cute if they had like a little pair of pants. Like just imagine like a little blue pair of pants on them.
But then they're necky on the top up.
Right. Well, imagine if you will, what if they came in different forms? So like maybe one of them has a pair of pants and the other one has a little dress, but then occasionally you might find one that has two of them are wearing a little dress or two of them are wearing little pants.
That'd be cute.
Thank you. I think that would be really cool. And then they could have different color clothes. That would be the shiny. That's how I would. That's the only thing I would have changed about this Pokemon.
Okay.
Pikachu's back. Whoop-de-doo. Fido. Dash Bun.
It's okay.
I love it. It's a little bagel Pokemon.
I do really like Fido. I just don't really like Darkspun.
I like Dashbin. It carried me. It and Maboshta have carried me for a very long time.
Okay.
Just being a little bit beefy helps a lot, and being fairy type helps some too.
Yeah.
I don't know what the shiny for this one looks like, but I kind of hope it's just like black, like it's been burnt in the oven too much.
Look at it right now. Look at it.
You want me to look at it?
Yeah, click Darkspin. No, just click Darkspin.
Oh, will that work like that? Oh no. I can't control the screen.
And then you just have to click back.
Oh, it sucks. That's unfortunate. It's just kind of like a lighter color, and the yellow in the body
What
is like
about
more of a
Fido?
lighter white. That's okay.
It's
I think that's okay. That looks a little better. It's like a tan instead of like the more off white.
like a chocolate one.
Yeah. The dash bun is not quite as good. Like the yellow is replaced with white. So I mean at least you would be able to tell.
It's like
Like
it makes it shades of brown.
but it doesn't stand out. It's almost like this should be the regular version and then the original version should be the short.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's continue.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
we're bouncing
Oh,
around. Oh, I can't control my mouse is literally going insane.
oh, we are hundreds. Okay, there we go. We're back and
Are we
keep it
back?
going. Keep it going.
Okay, here
There we
we
go.
are. Yeah, I don't know what my mouse was doing there, but that was weird. You saw
It's
that. Wasn't my
best.
fault. Smoliv, Dolive, Arboliva.
Um, I like Smoliv as a little. I like that it's like a little nervous baby, and then it grows up to be confident.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm also a little anxious baby. So
I think Smoliv is cute on its own. I think Dolive is just it's fine.
yeah, Dolive is just kind of is more eh. I
Yeah.
do really like
Um,
Arboliva though.
Arboliva is really cool.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. Not much else to say on it
Nope.
other than that, but it is probably the standout grass Pokemon from this generation.
Yeah, it's not been I haven't evolved my Dolive yet because like I have Meowscarada, so I don't really need a grass
Mhm.
type, but it's all good.
I will say like there's not doesn't seem like there's a lot of grass,
Yeah.
like new grass Pokemon. Like we got, Smoliv obviously, but now that I'm thinking about it, there's not a lot really. Like it's
Mm-mm.
padded out with other things. My mouse is going insane again. Yeah. The
Okay.
rests up to this point are like repeats of older Pokemon. So yeah,
So they were
Smoliv
around
is Smoliv the only original grass starter or grass Pokemon in Paldea other than Sprigatito? It might
I don't
be.
know. We'll see.
It
Keep
might
scrolling.
be.
Keep scrolling.
I'm scrolling.
Oh, I still need to find a Flapple. Squawkabilly.
Squawkabilly. I don't think we
I
talked about
haven't
Squawkabilly at all throughout 8 and 80 episodes. I think we somehow missed it.
I haven't
Might have been last
found
episode. I can't
the
remember.
gray one, I think.
I have not found the gray one. Is there a
I
gray one?
found all the other ones. Yeah, there's a gray one, a blue one, a yellow one, and a blue one. And a wait.
A blue.
Click on it.
Wait, there's a blue one, a yellow
Click
one, a
on
blue
it.
one.
Click on it.
There's a gray one, a blue one, yellow one, a blue one.
Gray, blue, yellow.
Okay, green, blue, yellow, and white or gray.
Yeah. Green was the color that I was not saying.
Uh, I have blue and Daba Dee Daba Die, and I have yellow.
I have all but gray.
Black
so.
and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Okay.
Um,
Very cute.
I don't think it's very cute. Why does it
It's like
jump in? Why
it's
does
a
it
little
jump
mobster.
down like that? What the fuck?
It's a
No,
little
I don't think it's a
mobster.
mobster at all. I think it's supposed to be rockabilly. It's like Elvis Presley type stuff.
Yeah, they're like mobsters.
I like the concept,
Like
but
gang.
I just don't like the hairdo. If the
Ooh,
hairdo,
you passed
what did I pass? Oh, okay.
Knuckle Stack.
I think if the hairdo looked more like feathers that were turned into like that pompadour rather than
Yeah.
like actual hair, because birds aren't mammals, they don't have hair.
The problem is that they gel the hair so much that it's like weird. So
Yeah.
it's like a big old gel thing.
It's the poof. Other than the poof, I think it's just,
It's a
standard bird
bird.
Pokemon. Yeah.
Knuckle Stack.
Knackley, Knacklestack, and Garganackle.
This is the Minecraft
Yup.
Pokemon.
Mm-hmm. They
Very
know who
cute,
they're
though.
trying to appeal to.
Yep.
I like all three of these boys.
I really fell in love with my Knuckle Stack, and then when it evolved, I was like, oh, this isn't nearly as cute.
Well, no, it's not gonna be. It's the rock starter, right? Like, or not starter. Why do I keep saying that? It's the rock, the 3-stage rock line of
Yeah.
the game.
The Geodude.
Yeah, it's the Geodude.
Mm,
We gotta start slowing down here pretty soon.
Slowing down, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you know about this one?
Yeah, so they mentioned it in the school.
Oh,
So
they
they
did?
said like,
Oh, you're right.
Primeape will
In
evolve into
biology.
Annihilate, something
Yeah.
something when a certain move, and then
You're
it
like,
doesn't.
what the hell is an Annihilate?
Yeah,
No, it
looks pretty
absolutely
cool.
does. You have to use that move like 30 times.
Okay.
Yeah, like you don't just use that move once. You
Hmm.
have to
Hmm.
keep going over and over. I basically went to a beach full of really weak Pokemon and just kept one-shotting them over and over
Yeah,
and over again.
that's
Uh,
fine.
but it's really funny because like you use Rage Fist and it basically your Primeape gets so mad that it dies and becomes a ghost
It becomes a ghost.
because it's a fighting ghost type and it
Yeah.
redeems one of the like Pokemon that I hate the most. I hate Mankey. I hate Primeape.
Yeah.
I hate
They're
Monkey.
pretty meh.
I hate monkey Pokemon
Yeah.
almost totality. Like it's just one of the. I don't like monkeys in general. Like I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, monkeys are cute. No, they're not. Stay away from me.
Hmm.
Um, Annihilate though rules. I
Annihilate's
love,
pretty dope. Yeah.
and it's awesome. And in motion in the game, it's even better. Charcadet, Armor Rouge, and Ledge.
Those boots are made for walking.
Oh man, Mela, she knows that too. We'll talk about her when we talk about Team Star.
Oh yeah, she also has boots that are made for walking.
She sure does.
Yep.
Weird. Well, have you already fought her?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, oh, well, you're not later into Team Star. Well, later in Team Star, she mentions she's going to evolve her Charcadet, but you don't fight a Charcadet with her, do you? Or an Armage Rouge or a
I thought
Cerulege?
she had a Charcadet.
Okay, well then maybe I'm just misremembering.
Yeah.
Scratch that then. What do you think about these guys? These Mega Men, these little baby
I
Digimon.
do love that they're in the Pokedex. They're right after all of these other humanoid bullshit Pokemon because to me, that's what they are. They're just another humanoid-esque Pokemon, and I
Hmm.
don't freaking Digimon looking motherfuckers.
I
And
like them.
I
I
like I like Serial. Well, see, I like Fire Ghost, but like
I do too.
I
I I'm not crazy about Armor Rouge typing. I think it's fine.
yeah,
I'm one of those people that's just kind of tired of psychic types in general.
yeah.
Um,
I really like ghost types.
I yeah, I love ghosts as well. The fire or excuse me, Armor Rouge. I think what bothers me is like the design of it. The armor is a bit kind of it's so flat, like yellow. Like it's supposed to
Mm,
be. I guess it's supposed to be like bright, like it's hot, but it doesn't translate that way. It just looks the design looks kind of muddled. Like they need some more textures in there, or maybe another color in the shoulders or in the armpits or something. Something kind of break up the design a little bit to make it read better.
yeah.
I think Cell Roulette please save me
Sarah, you ledge.
is a bit better. Uh, it could.
Look at the shiny for Armor Rouge.
Oh no, I'm afraid. Yeah, misery. Its eyes change
Oh,
color. See, that's a
Sarah
wasted
is not
opportunity.
much better.
Like who I don't know who at the Pokemon Company approves shinies, but this is kind of pathetic because all you got to do is tweak some code here to change the color shading on this. Well, I don't want to make it sound like game development's easy, but they have the ability to make this whatever color they want, and they chose to make the eyes blue and nothing else. What a missed
Hmm.
opportunity because they could have made the fire coming out of its head like its ponytail. They could have made that blue, right?
Hmm.
They could have instead made the gold armor. They could have made it silver, right? They could have even done the standard Magmar thing and just make all the red bits just purple, and that probably would have looked okay.
Hmm.
Uh, there's so much they could have done to make this shiny really cool, and man, what a letdown. Um, I don't know why navigating this website is so hard for me. You see it moving, like
I do. I'm trying to bring it up on my thing
it's
too.
doing like half of that shit on its own. Like some of it's me like fighting it, trying to move it back and forth. I'm afraid to click on it, but I do. Oh, well, I'm gonna just open it in another tab. That'd probably make my life a lot easier. Welcome to this show where Brett can't control computers. Oh, that shiny's worse. Somehow Cell Roulette is worse
I
than
know,
Armor
right?
Rouge. The difference is the eyes are more yellow red. So they basically swap eye color between the two.
Yeah, but it's just trash.
It's so bad. This
It's
one would have
just
been like,
trash.
why wouldn't you make the blades like red or something, right?
Yeah.
Or just swap. You could have like palette swapped Armor Rouge and Cell Roulette so that Armor Rouge was purple and Cell Roulette is like red, yellow,
Hmm.
and that would have been cool. but nah, it's asking too much. Um, Tadball, Belly Bolt, terrible, right? We
Yeah, I didn't
agree.
like them.
Belly Bolt's the worst because you can see those two little nostrils like blinking because that's its actual eyes, and I can't stand it.
I'm sorry. I'm looking
Farting?
through it on my own and I saw Tarantulas shiny. Holy
It's
crap.
good. It's good.
So
It's a
good.
nice red. You will not miss
Um,
it. If you there's one in the wild and you walk past it, you will not miss it. Same with Spidops. You'll
mhm.
notice it. Wattrel, Kilowattrel. I think these are fine,
I
standard,
really liked them.
good typing.
Yeah, the typing is what stood out to me when I first saw them. Because like I was like, oh, it's a bird, and then I tried to kill it, and then it was like, nope, and I was like, excuse me.
I like that. Well, this is one of those ones that was kept a surprise for me for because I didn't go to the beach, I didn't go to the ocean, so I did not see these guys until I fought a Kilowattrel, like a trainer with Kilowattrel, like
Mm-hmm.
a level like 40 something Kilowattrel, and I'm like, what the hell is that? Uh, and then I realized like, oh, it's probably like it looks kind of like a seagull or something. So I'm like,
Yeah.
went to a beach. Sure enough, I caught a Kilowattrel, and then later I caught a Wattrel. So like, need to check them beaches out more, I guess. EV
Let's
fans,
go
we
to
feel
the
for you. You're hurting. We
go to the
know.
beach. Beach.
They remodeled a lot of these too, which I appreciate. Like they spent a lot of
Mhm.
time doing some remodeling and animation reworks to make some of these Pokemon look better.
Mhm.
Um, which I appreciate that effort there. Like I would rather the Pokemon look better. Like if you had to pick between the Pokemon models and like the environment, I would probably pick the Pokemon models. Um, will not make excuses for the frame rate, however.
Mhm.
Dunsparce, the Dunsparce.
The Dunsparce. Pretty cool.
It's just more
Another one
Dunsparce,
that
which is
has
kind of
yeah,
perfect. Yeah,
it's just more of the same.
it's literally human centipede Dunsparce. Like
It's just such a it's a meme at this point, you
it
know?
really is. I kind of wish that the way to evolve this one was you needed like two or three Dunsparce in your party and have them all level up at the same time, and then they become one. I
Yeah.
think that'd be super rad.
Oh shoot. Yeah.
There is a rare version of the Dunsparce where he has like an extra, like I think he like the standard is like two sections, and I think there's a rare
Mhm.
version with three.
Mhm.
Let's see here. I can't say these. I love these guys, but I can't say their names. Mastiff and Mabostiff.
Mastiff. It's like mischief and mastiff put together. So it's
Oh,
mastiff
okay.
and then mabostiff,
I mean,
which I don't
adorable.
understand.
He's a puppy that's trying to look mean, but clearly he's just a puppy,
Shiny mabostiff is purple.
right? Uh,
I'm making a list of priority mons to
Shiny Hunt.
shiny hunt. Small Lives is pretty dope too. It's got a black olive.
Black Olive, yeah. Mastiff, I just, man, there's something like in the Hanna-Barbera kid in me that just loves this little guy. Like it looks like Scooby-Doo's like other little nephew, doesn't it? Like it's very Scrappy Doo kind of. Like he's like unsure. Like we've all met like a little puppy that's a bit too full of itself, and it's like I'm a big dog and I'm gonna beat you up, but it's just a little puppy,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the vibes I get from Mastiff. And Mabostiff is just a fantastic addition to the dog decks. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it rules. I love it. No
Oh,
notes.
there's okay, continue.
Sure. Strudel, Grafii.
Hate it.
I like Grafii from like a flavor standpoint. Like it's mixing this like street artist, Spider-Man slash I primate.
Mm-hmm.
I hate it's got sticky fingers and it just makes the germaphobe in me like uncomfortable because it licks its fingers. Like whatever like paint it's painting with is like made out of the stuff that it eats, and then it licks its fingers, and that
Yeah,
determines the
it's fucking
color.
gross.
Yeah, it's nasty, and then it slings its finger juice on like enemies to poison them. Not a fan.
Mm-mm.
Um, we really needed more Arcanine in this game. Just needed more. We needed more Ursaring. Surprised that Zangoose and Seviper are not versions exclusives for like I guess Pokemon Go has really sunk its teeth into me too much. Have you
Yeah.
ever seen the Seviper shiny? I know this is not
I
a new
have
Pokemon.
one.
I have three. They're incredible. They're very David Bowie. Very much worth your
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this, like these guys like Arcanine and Ursaring being in the game, I think for sure we're getting a DLC that it expands the decks and we'll be able to get like import over evolutions from like Hisui from
Mm,
Legends Arceus because they both got well, Arcanine didn't get an evolution, but he has a Hisuian form. Ursaring gets an evolution, right?
mm-hmm.
Basculin is in this game. Basculegion is not yet, however, but I
Mm-hmm.
Stantler also in this game. Weird
Mm-hmm.
Ear is not. Like I'm assuming because I'm not sure that everything that got a new form or evolution in Hisui is in this game, but it feels like a lot of them are at the very least. Like I'd have to look into that a little bit more. Oh yeah, like Sliggoo. There's a Hisui in Sliggoo. Or yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's a Hisuian Sliggoo. Like it's in like a little snail shell.
Mm, makes sense.
Uh, where
So the
were
next
I?
one is Tauros,
Good.
and
Like
it's
it.
3 different forms.
It's got three. Hang on.
Dude,
I
check it
knew it.
out.
I know it has two. I knew it had two. I've been looking for. Oh wow.
So there's Blaze Breed and Aqua Breed.
Does it change their type, or are they all
Yeah.
still just
So it
fighting?
goes from
Oh
fighting to fighting
wow.
fire and fighting water.
Oh, that rules. That's so
I know.
cool.
I don't know how to get the
I
different
don't know
breeds
either. Like
though.
I've been looking in the okay, so I've seen Blaze Breed and didn't realize it was different from yeah, it's got the red in the main. I can see that now.
Blaze Breed is exclusive to Scarlet and Aqua is exclusive to Violet.
I have not okay. Well, I've been looking for Aqua because I can recognize the horns.
Well,
Never
I'll
found
get
one, and that
you. I'll
explains.
find an Aqua for you if you want to find me a Blaze.
I'll do my best. I've only ever seen the combat breed, the regular
Yeah,
one in the
same.
wild. I have seen the other forms in fights though.
Yeah.
From I don't want to say who.
Okay. I mean, I've seen them in battles with trainers. So
Oh, good.
the next
Uh,
one is Bramblin.
good. No notes.
Best Pokemon. Don't at me.
If you like go to the Pokédex and you like, you control the camera to circle around the Pokemon, the eyes follow you everywhere you go.
It's so good.
It's so minimalist, and it's like, yeah, it's the spirit of a dead human who is a tumbleweed, and just toss a couple of seed eyes in there and call it a day. Sometimes simple designs are the best designs. However, Bramblegast, not that good.
Bramblegast wanders around arid regions. On rare occasions, mass outbreaks of this Pokemon will bury an entire town.
I want to see that in game, but I don't like. I like that Bramblegast. I like its face, right? What I was. This is one of those like expectations versus reality thing. I thought we were getting like a Wicker Man, like imagine Bramblin's head, but like on like a cacturn body, but just made of brambles or something. Like
Oh my gosh. So like the violet Bramblin flavor text is not even Bramblin knows where it's headed as it tumbles across the wilderness blown by the wind. It loathes getting wet. And I was like, wow, relatable. But the scarlet one is
hey, speak for yourself. I love getting wet.
a soul, no, a soul
Yes.
unable to move on to the afterlife was blown around by the wind until it got tangled up with dried grass and became a Pokemon. That
Yep.
is horrifying.
Yep. That is the Scarlet one. Yeah, that's why I mentioned that. It's the Yamask of this generation.
Speaking of horrifying, Toad School.
Hate it.
Hate it. But look at the shiny.
The
Look at
shiny's
that
amazing.
shiny.
Yeah, the shiny's gorgeous. So is Toadscruel. Its shiny's really good too. I this is one of those like it's not a form, it's a convergent evolution like Wiglet and Wig
Yeah.
Trio. Um, the first time I saw Toadscruel in the wild, like I was like, what the hell is that thing?
Yeah.
I like that it's like a little nervous thing and it like goofy ass runs away from you. Like I think it's kind of cute. But I'm not crazy about it.
Yeah.
I do like the
Solid.
colors though, like especially
Yeah.
Toadstool, the black and pink colors with the yellow
Mm-hmm.
feet are kind of
Mm-hmm.
cool.
The shiny for
Oh,
sure.
here's a grass Pokemon from this region, Capsakid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about it. They're really annoying, especially like early in the game. They kind of hit hard, or at least they hit me hard.
Yeah. I
Um,
just I mean, I like the idea that it's like capsicum or whatever, right? Which is like the part of
Capsaicin.
thank you, capsaicin,
You're
which is
welcome.
like the part of peppers that
Hmm.
is spicy and hurts you. So like I get that. And then Scovillin is obviously like the Scoville index, which is like
Yeah, and a villain.
the how yeah, like how
This
hot something is.
leaves a little bit to be desired as far as well. I don't give a shit about Capsicid. It's whatever. It kind of reads as kind of like chick with like an egg on its head to me.
Yeah.
Um, but Scovillin is there. It could have been so much better. I
It
think
could have had better color. Like it's very one note.
it is. I wish they'd have done something more with the bot. I'm fine with having two heads. I think that's cool. Like it's a pepper plant. Like fine. Sometimes peppers are green. Sometimes they're red. I wish they'd have just done something different with the body to make it a little bit more interesting. Like they could have made this like a two-headed snake,
Mm-hmm.
like pepper snake, and I think that would have been really rad. No snake Pokemon in this game now. Think about it, other than Viper. But
I
like they could
skipped
have
ahead.
also. I don't know what the shiny looks like. I want to look at it because I wonder if like maybe they give it a yellow pepper because that would
Uh-uh.
be. Oh my God, what is that
It's
nightmare fuel?
ugly.
That is terrible. What? Who decide? Why couldn't you do something this exciting with like Armor Rouge and Sour Reg?
So let's just
I
skip past this
I'm
horrifying
not,
nightmare and talk
dear
about the
listener.
best shiny in the game.
Cloth.
No, no.
Oh well, we got to skip back. We got to go back up to Cloth because we skipped Cloth.
Cloth is okay. Let's
Cloth has
go
a.
to what matters.
But look at the shiny.
The shiny is okay. It's blue.
It's gore. It's awesome.
It's blue.
It's a bright ass blue, and I love it. I
It
want one.
is. I mean, but
What?
the best shiny.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Relor.
Rellor.
Yeah, the
Oh,
shiny. What?
fun fact for you and for listeners. So I to jump this is okay. To jump back into me being a nerd, there is this thing that you can do called the virtual entomology games if you're a part of the Entomological Society of America, which I am.
Nerd.
And so they had this virtual entomology games thing, and it's basically like a quiz bowl about entomology facts. So it's basically like what is this like what is the sac that inflates on juvenile or on larval pupil dipterans so that they can break out of their sac. Like it's called a telinum. So it's these like that type of thing. But one of the questions was in the most recent Pokemon games, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, this Rellor is a Pokemon, blah, 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 blah. What family does it belong to? And the answer is Scarabidae because it's a scarab beetle because it's a dung beetle.
Right.
That was it. That's the story.
Oh. Okay.
Just that there was a Pokemon question in the most recent
I love
super
that.
yeah, it's the melding of the nerds. But best shiny, absolute best shiny.
Gorgeous shiny.
I just lost my mind when I looked at it.
Well, Relor shiny is the turd ball is gold. So
Yes.
it's like it has a big nugget that it's just rolling around
And
instead of
then
just a poop nugget.
Rabska is gold.
Rabska itself, the fake body is gold because the body of the Pokemon is actually inside the orb.
Mm-hmm.
I love how like mystical. Well, Relor doesn't feel mystical. I love how mystical Rabska feels. Right, like it feels very like and I'm sure that's intentional that it feels very like Egyptian sort of mysticism
That's
sort of thing.
interesting. So, yeah, the Scarlet for Rabska, the Scarlet flavor text says the body that supports the ball barely moves. Therefore, it is thought that the true body of this Pokemon is actually inside the ball. But the Violet flavor text says an infant sleeps inside the ball. Rabska rolls the ball soothingly with its legs to ensure that the infant sleeps comfortably.
What? So you got two very different Pokédex entries.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. It's more reason to like it, right? I like this more than Orbeetle, the other
Yeah.
bug psychic. I do
Yeah.
like Orbeetle though. I don't want to say that I don't.
But this is definitely a top notch.
Bug Pokemon fans rejoice. This game has tons of great bug Pokemon, hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I saw a Relor, I went and caught one, and it stayed on my team ever since. Never left.
What in the actual heck?
I
I
don't
just
know.
broke my pen.
Oh no. Thanks. Okay, she's gone. The pen
The
is
tippy bit.
the pen is mightier than the sword.
The pen tip just straight up snapped off. Well, that sucks.
Venonet's back first time, I think.
Yeah, no
Not
one
including
cares.
Let's Go.
No one cares.
Fortress, shiny in this game. And you already know what it looks like, but you should look at it in this game because the textures, mwah, like they add,
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah.
So it's gold. It's always been gold, but in this game, it looks like a metallic gold. Like it's
Yeah.
really, really good.
What is, let me look at the pre-evolution.
They
Meh.
definitely added like a metallic sheen, like texture to some of the Pokemon models that looks really
Yeah.
good. Like Sizor also has that like metallic sheen to him,
Mm-hmm.
and I think part of that is because a lot of the the Violet Paradox Pokemon are futuristic Pokemon that need a metallic sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess you'll find out eventually here. Flittle and Espathra, it's fine.
Meh.
Sierra, or not Sierra. Who swings on a chandelier? I said this last time and already forgot. On a chandelier, from a chandelier.
Is it like Rihanna or something? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Drink 1, 2, 3. Sia. Yeah, I said Sierra, but it's Sia.
Oh yeah, the hair. You're
The
right.
hair. Yeah.
I get what you're
Oh, that's
saying.
Slipknot. People are really getting a look into my life right now.
We do listen to Slipknot.
We were listening to Slipknot before the show. I can't get the like controls for Zoom to move out of my way. That's the problem I'm having. Okay. Yeah, this is fine. Ostrich Pokemon, okay. Flittles, like whatever. I do like Espathra. I think it is a good Pokemon.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's different. It's new. It's good, especially for like a psychic like a straight up just psychic Pokemon. I appreciate. I appreciate it. Stop me if you see anything you want to talk about. Well, how about Tinkatank?
I hate it.
Really?
Hate it.
Girl power, baby. This lady
Hate
will fuck
it.
you up. I love her. And I
Absolutely hate
love
it.
that the hammer keeps like so like the Pokédex entries they keep like building more onto the hammer. And if you look at like the models, you can see you can see the little club inside of Tinkatuff's hammer, and then you can see Tinkatuff's hammer inside of Tinkaton's hammer. There's a really nice little design choice that they did there so that you can still see that stuff when you're like checking out the character models. Very love that Pokemon. That hammer is so cool. I don't know. I like it. It's for me. I love my Tinkaton. She's a badass chick, and it totally
I don't
feels.
know why I hate it so bad. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't.
I feel like it's like one of those like Magmar Electabuzz. Like there's probably like there. I was like, oh, where's the male counterpart? Right.
Yeah.
That's what I expected, and I'm fine with there not being one. Like we don't need a male counterpart. And
Yeah, you don't.
Hi, Tauntaun.
Tauntaun.
Tauntaun is in the building. Wiglet and Wugtrio hate him.
Wugtrio's shiny is real gross. They're like a bright blue instead.
Yeah. Did you read the Pokédex entry?
No.
It's a vicious Pokemon.
Hate it.
It's a vicious Pokemon that ensnares prey and drags it back into its little rock to consume them.
Okay.
Bombardier. I said we just like go through like some of these and we're just doing all of them. Fuck it. This is Codey's time.
Bombardier was pretty good. I mean, it also has really good shiny. It's just I really like when they take when the shiny is basically just a black and white version.
Hated it.
Oh, I got
I hate its weird flat thing when it roars at you and that flat opens up and it's just like, excuse me?
Yeah.
Don't chase me with that. That's disgusting. Some body horror shit.
Finizen.
Palafin. Palafin's literally Finizen with just a heart on its chest.
Yeah.
Until you transform it to like hero mode.
Hero mode.
Hero mode. Don't do it. You won't like it. So Finizen's a fun little pun.
Oh,
yeah.
Do you have to?
No, you don't have to. So Finizen's a fun little pun, like citizen, and then when it's no one's watching it, you have to evolve it as a Palafin. First of all, you got to be in a union circle, level it up while you're in someone else's game or whatever. Then it'll turn into Palafin. to get it to turn to like hero mode, it has to be in battle. Then, through whatever means necessary, you recall it, send another Pokemon out, and then it changes inside its Pokeball while nobody's watching. And then you send it out again, and it's in hero form because it's supposed to be like Superman. That's what this Pokemon's based off of, which I think is great. I think it's really cute and a fun idea. I just don't
Yeah.
think that the actual hero mode is very attractive in the slightest.
Yeah, no, not at all. I mean, neither is Superman, so
If they had, if they
nailed it.
had, if they had put the cow that huge cowl around Palafin, and instead like got rid of that and just made it a cape. If they just made that a
Hmm.
cape, I think it would have been a lot better. Um,
So next is
A
Varoom and
tier,
Revaroom.
A tier, A plus plus, no notes.
I mean, like the grumpy thing is that like you see this Pokemon, your first introduction to this is basically like a whole ass car.
Yeah,
Is it that the Revaroom is just in the car?
yeah. They're
Okay, because
so
I thought it was gonna become a car, and then it's not in the Pokedex, and I'm just like, excuse me?
it didn't turn into the giant Team Star card. No, they literally. So that one kid in Team Star is trying to figure out. He's the mechanic. He's trying to figure out how to make their big gang cars, and they don't have enough power. And it's
Yeah.
clearly they've solved the problem by putting a Rev Revoom under the hood. And there's also you see there's other Varooms on either side of it as well, helping control the back
Yeah.
tires. I love this guy, man. He's
Yeah, it's
awesome.
pretty cute. And in Chinese, just gold. Really
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice. He this is also one of those Pokemon that ended up on my main team,
Okay.
like throughout the whole game.
Okay.
Ground fucked me up.
Yep.
Cyclozar, good,
Yeah, skip,
fine.
whatever.
I like
Orthworm.
Cyclozar. Orthworm is good in one of those like doof. This is like the Dunsparce of this gen. It's so goofy and weird.
So I really like this. I was telling you about it the other day that its ability is Earth Eater. So basically, so you see it and it's an earthworm, obviously, but it's steel type. It's not even bug type. It's just like steel type. And if you, so you're like, okay, cool. Ground type moves are super effective. Gonna use it. And so you use a ground type move and it just freaking eats it and heals itself.
That's hilarious. I love the weird like capsule thing on this book. Like it's because the blue arms come out of it. They look
Yeah.
like energy or so. It's so weird. Such a strange design.
I mean, it's because like earthworms have like a section, a segment of their body that is thicker, that I think it's like where all
Oh,
of their
yeah, I agree. I just mean the
stuff
blue
is.
because it's got those blue holes going down,
Yeah.
and not just in the metal collar part, but
Yeah.
like on the body itself, and it's got those weird blue nub arms that come out and wiggle around.
Hmm.
It's very strange. It's interesting. I like it that it's different. Um, I need you to make me a Dreepy.
Okay.
Do it. Glimet and Glamora.
So I hadn't seen these. These are new to
Oh,
me. They're
well then let's just skip past them.
okay.
You
I
don't
mean,
need to see shit.
it's just a
Uh,
shell gone without beads.
Grievard and Houndstone.
I really like them. I love Houndstone's little dumbass face, like how it
Yeah,
becomes like all skeletal.
I like them too. Good shiny as well.
Yeah, I big big like. I think it would be
Especially
cool if you could
Grievard.
read their
Tombstones.
tombstones.
I think it
But
would have been. This is another kind of missed opportunity because you evolve into Houndstone just by leveling up. They should have made it to where like Grievard needs to faint in battle.
this is me. So this is like I so Houndstone's Pokedex entry is a lovingly mourned Pokemon was
Yeah,
reborn as
it's a good one.
Houndstone.
It's a really good one.
And so like this is I'm like I hope Remus becomes a Houndstone
Oh,
because
or
I'm gonna mourn the shit out of him.
absolutely. I also think another good way that they should have done evolve was like have your whole team faint, and then when you like heal up at the Poke Center, suddenly Grievard's not in your party, and instead it's Houndstone.
Mm-hmm.
I think that'd been kind of cool.
Really cute.
I think we need to like chill the fuck out here like real soon.
Yeah, I saw the end of it because I kept scrolling down.
Stop! Why would you do that?
The flamingo.
Flamingo's a flamingo. That's probably another one of the. It's like the Pomo thing. Like, yeah, okay, whatever. It looks like a lawn
It sure is a
flamingo. They
flamingo.
said it
Yeah.
ties its neck into a knot, but like it doesn't really translate that way
Mm-mm.
very much. Like it's
I
just
like
this flamingo. I don't know. It's whatever.
Satoddle is really cute and
But
Satitan.
a great Pokemon. Love them. Excellent shiny. Shiny makes them look like an
Mhm.
orca whale.
Yeah. And then we have before the all the spoily ones, Veluza, Dondozo, and Satsugiri.
Mm-hmm.
Um Veluza is meh. I mean, like it just looks
I
like when I saw it, I literally thought it was an Ariscuda.
I think it's a cooler Basculin. That's for sure.
Okay, so it looks like Ariscuda and Basculin.
Yeah, it's the water fish that doesn't evolve.
Yep.
That's what it is, and so is
Dondozo,
Dondozo.
such a badass. I just love it. It's this big old chonky catfish Pokemon. But the thing is that like catfish Pokemon, they grow forever. Like they will not stop growing. And so
Uh,
they can get to this size. Like there are catfish Pokemon, or not catfish Pokemon,
it's like a Wells catfish.
in the real, there are catfish in like gosh, where the Chernobyl area that are huge.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
So
there's
it's
there's
just
huge
that.
catfish all over. Um, I follow a Twitch streamer who is a fish scientist, and
Mm-hmm,
he talks a lot about especially freshwater fish. And there
mm-hmm,
are giant catfish all over the place. And I think this one specifically is based off of Wells catfish, if I'm not mistaken. They
mm-hmm,
get positively titanic under the right conditions.
mm-hmm.
Do you notice? Did you notice how it was like a sushi chef?
Yeah, because then the order up
Mm-hmm.
um
And it's got the
move.
little hat fin
Yep.
on the top of its head, and the symbiotic relationship with Tatsugiri,
Mm-hmm.
which
I love that Tatsugiri is a dragon, but it doesn't do anything. Like it
yeah,
doesn't get any bigger.
it's
It's just a
literally
little blenny.
yeah, it's a little shrimpy fish thing that just bounces around on a bed of rice. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
so it's a blenny is what the fish is, the type of fish that it's like modeled after, which is
Oh,
like
okay.
in real life, like totally just
I really really like it.
dumb.
I like it. Maybe like it's not for me, but someone's gonna love like Shiny Hunt and all these because it's got three different colors just naturally, and then
Yeah.
all three colors have their own shiny as
The
well.
pink one is just white. I love it.
Oh yeah,
It just becomes white.
so good. Like,
Yeah.
and it's plus like one where you're like when you cross these in the wild, you're like, is that a shiny? Like I don't know how many times
Mhm.
I'm like, wait a minute, is that one shiny? Or no, it's just a
Yeah.
regular color. Oh,
Yeah.
they're
Definitely
very
love the
good.
island. The island that's just a bunch of those. It's
Yeah,
just
for
so
sure.
fun.
Um, and then I think we could talk about Great Tusk and Iron Treads because they were already revealed, and you've already come across Iron Treads in your game, right? As part of the Titan storyline.
Yes. Let me find it.
No,
Yeah.
don't. Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
found
don't
it.
go.
I hate it.
You don't like Iron Treads?
No, it's little freaking emoji face.
I like that. I'm the sci-fi guy. I love sci-fi, so I like Iron Treads. I like Great Tusk too. I think Iron Treads is a little bit cooler in my mind, I think. But Great Tusk has a
Mm,
better shiny.
yeah. I mean, it's not a great shiny. I'm not gonna get it, but
Yeah, those are obviously they're paradox Pokemon. You get introduced to them fairly early in the game and as part of the Titan storyline. Um, and yeah, you get ready for more of that when you get to Area Zero because you got like probably 8 or 9, I think. Paradox Pokemon in Violet and 8 or 9 different ones in
5,
Scarlet.
6, 7, 8,
Don't do it.
9,
Don't look.
10, 11, 12. I'm not really looking.
Don't do it.
13, 14, 15, 16. Oh wait, I don't. I passed the.
Oh, you know what? We because of where they are in the decks, like you're gonna see Paradox Pokemon if you go, but there's also Frigibax. What? Why is your mouth completely agape? Did you look at it?
This Pokemon is so cool.
Okay, what is it?
Chen Piao? Chen
That
Pao?
that stop looking at those. Don't look at those. I told you to
Okay,
not do it. You
I
didn't.
stopped. It's really cool though, but it doesn't
It,
show a shiny. I don't. I want. I bet it just doesn't have a shiny.
I bet you that one is shiny locked.
probably is because it didn't show a
So
shiny.
because like they're sandwiched in between the Paradox Pokemon and the legendaries, we do have a couple here. Frigibax, its evolution, I can't remember the name of it. Arctic Bax and Baxcalibur, the pseudo legendary dragon types. Have you seen those yet?
I just saw them. Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Duraliudon.
No, it's Godzilla. It's literally Godzilla. It's Godzuki Godzilla.
Okay.
Godzilla's son of Godzilla. I love it. It's literally supposed to look like a man in a suit. And then it's like special move is it slides on its head across the battlefield and smacks its back, just like Godzilla would in like those corny old movies. I love it. Gimme Ghoul is also down here in the Pokédex for some reason. It's fine. Gimme Ghoul's Gimme Ghoul. I still don't have one of these. Well, I have a Gimme Ghoul. I don't have the evolution. Of course, 999 Gimme Ghoul coins. I think I have like 600 coins, maybe. So we're still a ways off. But Gold Dango, Nightmare Fuel.
Sorry, I'm looking at all of these. They're so cute.
I fucking hate Gold Dango. You're looking at what?
Gold Dango definitely sucks. I really like Wo-Chan, Pao.
Stop!
I'm looking at all of them.
You ruined it. You've broken the seal now. Well, I guess we'll talk about them.
You don't have, I mean, we don't have to.
No, it's fine. We talked about them last episode, me and Gracie did. So, I mean, if you've already looked at them,
it's fine.
These are the legendaries since you've looked at them. Wo-Chien, Pao, Ting-Lu, Chi-Yu. I don't want to talk about them in too great detail. These are why you need to go to history class. And also, if you see like mysterious stakes in the ground, go ahead and just pull them and make a note of where they were. Yeah, I hope you've been keeping track because there's a lot of them. And eventually, if you give up and look up at a guide like I did, you'll be like, oh, did I get that one or not? And then you have to go check. It's kind of a pain, but it's fine.
It's fine.
You could do this technically at any point in the game because of the open nature. Like, as long as you have the ability, the mobility to like climb walls and sheer walls and stuff like that. Once you get some mobility there, you could technically pull these stakes at any time and go fight these dudes. But I would not recommend it because I think they start at level 60, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm fine. I do really like they're
I love the story. I love the theme that connects them all. I love their like name. Like, how you have like the legendary birds and the legendary beasts. I won't say what it is, but I love their name. Chi and Pal's a little prick that won't stay in a Pokeball.
I mean, he looks like he would be.
Yeah. Wait till you hear his cry. His cry is literally just like a wild cat going.
Dude, that exact noise that you just made is the Nittany Lion call for Penn State.
That's what it sounds like.
That's exactly what the
Chi-Yu is a little asshole that will beat the shit out of you. He's adorable and I love him, but he will beat the shit out of you. At least he did for me.
I bet he will. Well, maybe not because he's dark water, right?
He's dark fire. He's a fire goldfish.
Right. I need water. So my Dondozo.
Right, but you don't want to kill him. You don't want to defeat him.
You only have one chance?
You only have one chance.
Okay.
So just always remember to save.
Save.
Yep. I had to restart the game like at least like 9 times for Shin Pao because I kept accidentally killing it. They all have like a move. They all have like a signature, the same signature move, and it hits like a freaking dump truck. Yeah. It literally can't kill you, but it literally, like it takes half of your HP off every time they use it.
Not surprised.
It's brutal. But yeah, so you kind of spoiled yourself a little bit there.
It's fine.
The other 2 legendaries, the box legendaries, Koraidon and Miraidon, they're fantastic. Best legendaries they've ever put, I think, in any Pokemon game, just because you get them at the beginning, you get to socialize with them and interact with them, and they have so much emotion in their eyes and like the eyebrows and stuff like that. Like they sound so cute when they pop out of their Pokeball and they want a sandwich. They go, like, yeah. I just love them. I think they're, well, I don't know about Miraidon because I don't have Violet, but I just assume, I know for a fact it fills that same role as Koraidon. And I love Koraidon. I love his weird centipede tentacle face.
Yeah, I mean, I like that they did something different here where they basically introduce you to the box legendaries like immediately, and
Mhm.
not as this like amorphous like what was that? It's like it's your buddy. Like it's
Yeah,
the other
you
than
bond with it.
yeah, you actually bond with it, and like each time you're like, of course you can have part of my sandwich. I got you. Like
Yeah,
he's
and
it's
it's
this
very clear that like they mentioned very early on, like, oh, it's traumatized, it doesn't want to fight, it can't fight, it's not in fighting shape, so it's literally just a vehicle for you to navigate the world. And as you complete the Titan's quest, you're also, in addition to healing Mabossus, you're healing Koraidon and Miraidon.
Mhm.
They're getting more abilities back that they used to have. um and it's clear that you're working up to getting it to battle mode, which if you look in the box art, that is battle mode. If
Mhm.
you notice in the game, you have not seen Koraidon with its big headdress
Mhm.
like at all, because it's not in battle mode up until
Mhm.
you get to the point where it finally does go into battle mode. And
Mhm.
I gotta say, don't really like the battle mode. I don't like the headdress. Like, I like it. I got used to the way it looked just like hanging out in the game, in my picnics and stuff, just being a little
Yeah.
cutie. I hate that its tail and its chest inflate into wheels that don't roll. Um,
It is
Weird
pretty freaking
design
goofy.
choice.
Like when we played together, it's really freaking goofy to watch you. It's got wheels, but the wheels don't turn. He still runs on his little dumb
Sure
feeties.
does.
This
He,
looks
yeah,
so
he yabba
dumb.
dabba doos it for sure. Miraidon is so
So
cool
dumb.
in motorcycle mode because the wheels
Hmm.
do turn and they're like got that hollow design where they don't have like a hub, uh, or spokes, like very Tron. Looks
Hmm.
super rad. But mine's got better wings.
Correct.
Mine has like very fluffy eyebrow wings that it uses to fly.
Hmm.
Um,
Versus like freaking airplane hanger wings.
but you do have jet engines in your thighs,
I do have jet engine
and then
thighs
Miraidon
for
does
days.
too. But uh, Codey, like, I think this is pretty good. Next time we do this,
Hmm.
we will talk about the other. We'll go talk about Starbase, or
Hmm.
the Star campaign as a whole.
Hmm.
We'll talk about the Area Zero, all these things that
Hmm.
coalesce towards end game, and we'll talk about post game.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. We'll
All
talk
right.
about our shiny hunts too.
Yeah, we'll talk about the paradox Pokemon too, to
Okay.
your heart's content.
Yeah, I'll try and make sure that next time we do, I've beaten credits and everything.
Yeah,
So
you're really close. All you got to do, like you said, you got one more team star and you got the Elite Four and one
yeah,
gym.
yeah.
So you're close to getting to Area Zero. And
Mm,
I'll tell you right now, Area Zero is not nearly as long as any of the other campaigns. Um, you'll knock it out in an afternoon, most likely, at
yeah,
least as far as the story is concerned.
yeah.
And there is
Cool.
a little bit there at the end there that I'm looking forward to talking about, especially with Gracie, because we both were confused by it. I actually had a shock. Like, I was just level grinding in Area Zero because some of the strongest Pokemon in the game are there. It's easy to bring up like a Dark type Pokemon and one shot specific Pokemon all day,
Hmm.
uh, to level grind. And then I found something there that I went, huh, excuse me?
Oh yeah,
I was like, excuse me? Like, I didn't know that thing was there. And I look forward to talking about that next episode. Because I told Gracie about it and she's like, oh, yeah, you didn't know? And I'm like, thanks for telling me.
yeah.
But there was another thing that happened after that we were both kind of speculating on. But we'll talk about that next time for sure.
Cool.
Thank you so much for listening. This has been After DARKRAI. Codey, where do you want the people to follow you? Should you be followed?
I mean, for the time being, I'm on Twitter, but we don't know how long that's gonna last. So
Yeah, fuck Twitter.
At Cody Mathis on Twitter.
Fuck Elon Musk. Um,
Yeah.
Fuck billionaires.
You can also listen to me at on the harvest season, talk about
Mhm.
farming games on It's Super Effective, which is another Pokemon
No,
podcast.
no, yeah, yeah. They don't want to be associated with us.
What?
I'm just kidding. I just assumed.
Okay, I was like, whoa, this is
I
drama.
I just assume. No, I just assumed naturally.
No, I mean, so like this is
It,
it's like the PG
it's very
Pokemon
much
podcast,
like
and then this is the we can curse
it's a
and
very news like stay up to date on not just the games but like
Yeah.
merchandise and
Yeah.
Pokemon in the news. It's very like I listen to it for research.
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, it's very fun to
and
listen
it's
to.
very
Great
fun.
group of
But
guys.
thanks for listening. Don't forget, we love you and I love you and you're all loved. Cody, thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time on the Paldean Road Mix Volume 3.
Dun 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 Jen. Jen.
I forgot to do the thing, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't forget. There we go. Man, fuck. I gotta edit this goddamn podcast now. Shit.
Dude, we went forever.
Yeah, we sure did. Uh, fuck. Now I gotta edit.
Insert
God damn it.
inappropriate joke here.
Fuck. Cody, say fuck for me, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not editing that part, but I do gotta edit now. God damn it. After you edit this show, Darkrai will come and you'll have to call the popo because he'll fuck shit
He
up.
will.
And you'll grow no mo.
He will. I don't. Miss.
Mish, 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 mish,
I
mish,
stopped my
mish,
recording.
mish.